Sunday. The Air Force honored on this day, and the men and women of the Air Force at the 9 positions greet the player of the Padres to start at that position. Exchange of a baseball and undoubtedly the thanks from all of the Padres for their service. It always makes this Sunday special, and because it was Air Force Sunday, we had ourselves a flyover, and it's a big one.
I love these, whether it's the helicopter or the F-16. Look at this big boy coming overhead. Wow. That's impressive.
Looks like a good take us right to Denver for the Colorado series. There's plenty of room for the whole bunch of us. Even the TV truck could fit in there. Here's the Padres starting pitcher profile, brought to you by San Diego County Cadillac dealer. Stop in today for an attractive lease or purchase offer. Aaron Harang, 33-year-old veteran from Patrick Henry High School. His home record has been outstanding. He's 7-4 here at Petco with a 3.30 ERA. And against Arizona this season, 1-1. And again, his earned run average down there, 2.77.
You know, you mentioned it earlier, Dick, 13 wins on the season. You know, Aaron Harang's got a chance, and I looked at the schedule for maybe 3 more starts. He could equal or do even better of his 16 wins back-to-back seasons, 06 and 07. So he needs to get on a little streak here at the end of the year.
So Harang ready to go. Gerardo Parra, the leadoff man for the Arizona Diamondbacks. The left fielder steps in, and we welcome you to Sunday baseball from Petco. And with this being a big NFL day as well, we will bring you the final scores of the National Football League games, including the progress of the Chargers at New England throughout our telecast today. Parra, the leading hitter for Arizona at 296. And we're underway. A fastball missing high. Bright, sunshiny, clear skies today here in San Diego. Temperature in the mid-70s. Beautiful day. That's a strike, barked out by Gary Cederstrom behind the plate. So while they had a comfortable lead coming into San Diego for the series, D-backs a little nervous, and their fans as well. Their magic number is 6, but the Giants refuse to lose. They've won 7 in a row, and they're ahead again today, 2-1 at Colorado in the 4th inning.
And we've seen some things happen, and don't break us back to next year, or last year rather. Remember? I messed that one up, just like I'll get it right.
Kirk Gibson, though, I saw him before the game, and he said, "Doggone those Padres," or something to that effect. Take it easy on us. Slap foul, and the count stays at 2-2.
Really, I would have to think that the pressure is on the Diamondbacks. The Giants got nothing to lose. They're on a good roll right now. Just keep playing good baseball and see what happens. But this guy is not going to celebrate until that last out is made.
Struck him out on a high heater. And let's check Kirk Gibson's starting lineup for Arizona. It's brought to you by the Prize Patrol, presented by Jerome's Furniture. Text winning to 269-411 to enter. Hill homered last night for the only Arizona run. Then Upton, the sensational outfielder. Montero continues to hit a couple of doubles last night. Goldschmidt, the rookie, at first. Then Chris Young bats 6th. Jeff Blum, former Padre, 7th in the lineup. Foul ball. John McDonald at shortstop batting 8th, and the pitcher Joe Saunders. Hill, a couple of home runs since coming to Arizona this month of September. Both home runs off the Padres, Lupke, and then last night LeBlanc. Out of play, 0-2. Hitting .304 in an Arizona uniform. And Arizona's 18-6 since the trade that brought McDonald and Hill to the desert. High fly ball. Maben has to ease back, shading his eyes. Bright sunshine. There it is, 2 away. Here's the Padres defensively. Alberto Gonzalez starts at third today with Bartlett and Hudson up the middle, and Guzman from left field into first base. Kyle Blanks plays left. Maben in center. DeNorfia hit well since coming off the DL in right. Rob Johnson for Nick Hundley behind the plate, and right-hander Harang on the mound. Swing and a miss by Upton.
Well, Aaron Harang, I know he's only thrown 10 pitches, but it looks like he's on his A game already. The reason why I say that, good location of the fastball. That slider was biting right there.
That ball is hit high in the air to left, and it's shallow. In comes Blanks, and out, and neither can get there. Upton holds at first base.
I don't think Blanks saw that ball off the bat, did.
That ball's got to be caught. It was very high, and shortstop Bartlett had to go out into medium deep left field down the line to try to catch it. So you saw Maben having trouble with the sun, but Blanks is not looking quite directly into the sun.
And you know what? Did you see the route Kyle Blanks took? He went immediately towards the foul pole as if that ball was going to be hit well down the left field line. And then by the time he commits and goes that way, too far to catch up. And Jason Bartlett, what great hustle by the Padres shortstop, trying to pick up his left fielder. Hopefully they can leave that runner stranded.
Here's Montero, the catcher, 6 for 12 against Harang. And the hit by Upton, such as a scratch hit it was the first off Harang all year. He was 0 for 13 against Harang on the season. Montero drilled a couple of doubles to right center last night. Ooh, he takes a good cut. So I'm sure the Diamondbacks, noting the problems with the sun here early in this first inning, their outfielders better bring those sunglasses out with them.
You're going to see the full package today, the sunglasses, the eye black. Jeff Blum has got the eye black working.
That's a strike on a high slider. 0-2 to Montero, batting .281. Most of the players these days, they wear the sunglasses down permanently instead of flipping them down. The snap throw, and back in time is Upton. Rob Johnson throwing behind Montero, shielded from the runner.
You know, Dick, I'm right there with you on the sunglasses. I love the old school flip down models. And here's the throw. Left-handed hitter. Rob Johnson spins, stays on his knees. Yeah, that'll keep him close at first base. Good throw by Rob.
A ball and 2 strikes to Montero. 21 steals this year for Upton. He leads the team in that category, as well as doubles, hits, runs scored, home runs, RBIs. Does everything but drive the bus to the ballpark. Ooh, he almost got him on that snap throw from Harang. That was close.
Upton's momentum was going towards second base. See him getting his lead there. Had to plant that back foot and dive back closely.
Good throw, Harang, right there on the bag. 1-2. Fly ball sliced down the left field line into the corner, and it'll be out of play.
Well, Kyle's getting his running in early out there in left field. You know, looking back at that play, the ball off the bat of Upton, I think he was fooled by the swing because his route he took.
He started back, and then he had to circle and come all the way to the line, and couldn't get there. 1-2. And another rip foul. I mean, he's right on that one, a slider.
Here's the swing. Okay, big swing, right? Kyle goes to his right and then has to come in. And by that time, what great effort by Jason Bartlett.
Surprised Upton didn't wind up at second base.
I am too.
I think he thought it was going to be caught and didn't give it 100%.
That's a good call. You're right.
Man with his speed ought to be standing on second right now. High fastball, 2-2. Let's watch Upton. He hits the ball, sees where it's going, thinks it's going to be caught, flips it away, kind of jogs to first, picks it up a little bit there, but now it's too late.
Yep.
If he's hustling out of the box, he's on second base.
No question.
And the count goes full to Montero. Changeup.
I think we've seen everything out of the repertoire of Aaron Harang. We've seen the changeup, we've seen the curveball, the slider, of course the fastball. He's breaking out everything early against these D-backs.
Upton off with a pitch. Guzman now playing behind him. And another foul. Ninth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Upton out of the blocks. And another foul. That one caroms all the way downstairs.
You know, because of that fly ball, now Aaron Harang is up there in the pitch count. That was the 20th pitch from Aaron. Would have been a quick 1-2-3 inning.
A fan down below didn't even look back because the ball was in the second deck. Caromed down, hit in the row behind him, hit a seat, rolled up and picked it up and gave it to his kid. That's a pretty nice way to get a souvenir. 3-2 again. And ball 4. Oh, the D-backs have something going here in the first inning with 2 outs. The fly ball single by Upton, and now the walk to Montero. And here's first baseman Paul Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt with a base hit last night off Heath Bell to create a little tension in the 9th inning as the Padres led 3-1. Arizona threatened on a single by Goldschmidt and a walk to Young. Big swing. So the D-backs and Padres have something in common. A young first baseman they're hoping will anchor the middle of the lineup with power. Anthony Rizzo, of course, for the Padres. 2 on, 2 out. Too high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Goldschmidt, a big guy, 6'3" and 244. Turned 24 this month. His birthday was a week ago. Ground ball to third, right at the bag, and Gonzalez makes the play there, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit for the D-backs. They leave 2. Coming up, Maben, Bartlett, and Denorfia for San Diego. Joe Saunders today. His profile brought to you by Bank of America, setting opportunity in motion in San Diego to help our community and our economy. There are his numbers on the year. He does throw some long ones. He's 4th in the National League in giving up home runs, 27. It's his 31st start.
And in his 16 innings of work against the Padres this year, He's just allowed 1 earned run. So last couple starts for Joe Saunders. Overall, he's having a good year, but the last couple starts he's been pitching extremely well.
Key is to get to him in the first inning.
Get him early, get him on the ropes, get him in the stretch.
He's allowed 19 runs in the first inning, more than any other frame, and a .314 batting average in the first inning. So don't let him get in rhythm too soon. Maben leads it off and takes ball 1. It'll be Maben, Bartlett, and Denorfia hitting third today in the lineup for Bud Black. And Black knows this left-hander Saunders well. He was his pitching coach with the Angels. Said his strength is a sinking fastball and a terrific changeup. Line drive, it's carrying though, and Young is there to make the catch. Oh, he hit that on the nose. A clothesline to center field. Here's the Padres lineup presented by Ashford University's Homers for Heroes. If any Padre in today's lineup hits a home run, Ashford will donate $2,500 to Operation Homefront. Maben, Bartlett, Denorfia, since coming off the DL, hitting well over 400. Guzman in the cleanup spot, then Hudson 5th, Blank 6th, Alberto Gonzalez at 7th spot, Rob Johnson getting a start, and then Harang. First pitch fouled away by Bartlett, who quietly moved up on the hit list and has more base hits than any Padre, 131 on the year. .88 on his fastball so far. Bartlett looking at Saunders, who pitched for the Hokies of Virginia Tech. That's a strike. Sneaky fastball, 89.
At times Saunders will touch 92, but he's going to live around 89, 90 on that fastball, reliance of movement. Here's an 88-mile-an-hour fastball in on the fists. He also, as you mentioned, Dick, that good changeup. That's his main off speed, and that's a common theme. Kennedy, Hudson, Saunders, Colementor,
right? Miley the first game.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss, and there it is, the changeup, and Bartlett goes down swinging. Arizona's defense on this Sunday afternoon has former Padre Jeff Blum at third, with McDonald and Hill the double play combination acquired from Toronto. Rookie Goldschmidt at first base. Para, Young, Upton left to right in the outfield. Such a talented young group Arizona has in the outfield. Montero again behind the plate, and Saunders on the hill. First pitch strike to Denorfia.
We've talked about the changeup, and the one common theme that I see in these pitchers that we mentioned. Look at the arm action from Saunders. It looks like a fastball, right? Well, Kennedy, Hudson, Colementor, all those pitchers. I don't know whether Charles Nagy is really preaching the changeup, but they've got good arm action on that pitch. And also, not only arm action, but the action of the pitch falling off the table.
Ground ball sharply, but right at the second baseman Hill. And Saunders works a perfect 1-2-3 first inning. After 1 at Petco, no score. John McDonald for Arizona. Young in the series. First 2 games has been on base 5 times, a couple of singles and 3 walks. Arizona only 5 hits Friday night, 5 hits last night. 3 straight games they've collected a total of 5 hits and have lost all 3. Young takes outside. Batting .230, 20 home runs, 20 stolen bases. Ground ball toward the hole. Bartlett has it. Young runs very fast and he's beaten it out. Infield hit for Young to lead off the second. Well, Padre fans, those of you that are saying I'm in, you know there's some prizes for you. You can renew your season tickets today and be entered to one of the 15 great prizes, and we continue to give those away as we come down the stretch. Today's 15 prizes and 15 games winner is Patricia Bruner. She gets to enjoy a game next season with 10 of her friends in the Commissioner's Suite here at Petco Park. Not too late for you to place your 2012 deposit and be entered to win. Call the Padres at 619-795-5555 today. Give away a trip for 2 to the All-Star game for the 15 and 15 promotion. Well, the fan-friendly Padres, they reduced prices at the concession stands. They've made it more and more affordable to come to the ball games at all price ranges. Here's Jeff Blum, switch hitting veteran. Chino, California. Berkeley, his 13th major league year. Jeff's now 38. 3 years with the Padres, 2005, 6, and 7.
He's put together quite the career.
He's in there because he's eaten up Harang in his career. 12 for 23. Ground ball to second. Can they turn 2? There's 1. Back to first. A double play. Now those 38-year-old legs don't get up the line like they used to.
Exactly, and that works to the benefit of the San Diego Padres defense. This ball isn't really hit all that well, but a nice turn by Hudson to Bartlett. And on the back end, remember we talked about it yesterday, how Bartlett knows when to use that arm. They get Blum by maybe a half a step, but Jason Bartlett knows when to turn up the dial, and he does it just there to complete that double play.
Brings up John McDonald. He takes outside. I love the rhythm and poetry about double play.
I know you do. Yeah.
And you know, you're usually going to see 1 or 2 of those every time you come to the ballpark. So if that's something you enjoy, appreciate, you know you're going to get a chance to cheer it. Guzman flips to Harang, and that's a nice, easy inning for Aaron Harang. We go to the bottom of the second. Middle 3 for the Padres. Guzman, Hudson, and Blanks coming up. will receive a Padres sports watch presented by Deuce Brand. Visit Padres.com for tickets. Now we have to get one of those watches to show the fans. I guess they're holding those in security. You don't want to let those watches out. Guys like us will grab a handful, you know. That's next Sunday. The first 8,000 of you kids get a Padres sports watch. That's a great takeaway.
Always could use a watch. You have to be on time, right?
That's right.
If you're 5 minutes early, you're late.
First pitch swinging is Guzman, and a high fly ball to right. Upton shading his eyes. Look at it. You can see the glare off the sunglasses. One away on one pitch. Orlando Hudson steps up. Home run last night for the O-Dog. His 7th of the season. And that was enough to win it 2-1. Jeremy Hermida then with his first Padre home run to anchor the game at 3-1. He had homered in his brief stint with Cincinnati earlier in the year. That was his 2nd overall. Batting right-handed today. Takes a strike. Saunders pumping pitches into that strike zone. Yeah, some finals coming in the early games, and the NFL West. Kansas City crushed. The Lions beat Kansas City 48-3. And Jamal Charles, their top running back, injured a knee, was carried off the field, and Hudson carries that ball to the outfield for the first Padre hit. Brings up Kyle Blanks. The other final involving the teams in the Chargers Western Division, the Oakland Raiders scored 35, but Buffalo got 38. So the Bills beat the Raiders, who had a 2-touchdown lead in that game, 38-35.
Any word on my Bears?
Your Bears? Yeah, they came in with 13 points, and New Orleans scored 30. 30-13, New Orleans beat Chicago.
Ouch.
One out single by Hudson. Blanks batting .218 with 7 home runs. 1 ball and 1 strike. Big Kyle's about due to tie into one,
yes,
isn't he?
Yes, he is. Pitchers have been throwing soft stuff down and away. They've been trying to eat up that bat with cutters or fastballs on the inside part of the plate. And like pitchers are supposed to disrupt the timing of the hitters, hopefully the Padre hitters can disrupt Joe Saunders' timing, because if he gets in that groove, he starts going, he works quickly, he's going to make those good pitches and take himself deep into the ball game.
There's a fastball, a little extra on it, 89. Trying to back Blanks off the plate. 2-1. My favorite pitch, the action pitch. Hurler wants to get it in there, and it's still a hitter's pitch. Ground ball, left field, base hit.
There's some action.
First and second with 1 out.
As you said, Dick, it's a 2-1 count, so Saunders does not want to fall behind 3-1. So what does he do? That looks like a changeup. Out in front of it, stays back nicely, and hits it through the 5.5 hole. Action for the Padres.
So Hudson finds the 3.5 hole on the right side, and Blanks through the hole on the left side. Alberto Gonzalez hitting .215, but he's made his hits count. 30 runs batted in his limited play, and he's done well in his brief appearances against Saunders. He's 4 for 10. Line drive, but it's carrying well to Parra. 2 away. That's a couple of balls hit on the nose to the outfielders. Unable to find the gap. Maben drilled one to center field back in the first.
Let's see where the pitch was from Saunders. It looked like it was a fastball. It was up, belt buckle high, and just a little bit. On that last shot we saw, maybe Gonzalez out in front just a little bit, therefore off the end of the bat. So that's all it takes, just a little bit.
Rob Johnson, 192 average, 3 home runs. Two on, 2 out for the Padres here in the second. Fastball strike, outside corner.
Glad to see Rob getting a start today. The pride and joy of Butte, Montana. And his dad, Bob, watches every game. Rob and I had a little chat about his dad back there in Butte, and a big baseball fan. So a chance for Mr. Johnson to see his son play a big league ball game today, which is nice.
That's a great thing about today's world with MLB and all the direct TV. Able to watch no matter where you might be. Have 4 chaps from the state of Michigan who are here. They can watch the Padres. And they here after donating a nice sum of money to the Michigan Hall of Fame.
Nice.
And able to go down, and Kirk Gibson and Alan Trammell are members, and they got their autograph. And
you're a member as well.
Well, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing in there with the real stars, but I am from Michigan, so I guess that qualifies, and I keep outliving the competition. 2-1. And that changeup is high. So 3-1 to Rob Johnson. 2 on. Here's a chance. You figure that Saunders is going to give you a strike. He doesn't want to load the bases. He wants to have Harang lead off the next inning.
I'd like to see the Copper King lay into one right here.
Up high, and the bases are full. First walk from Sanders. That pushes Blanks to second. Hudson over to third. And Harang a chance to help himself. He has 5 hits this year and 1 RBI.
Well, if Aaron Harang can flip over the lineup here and keep it going. Saunders on the ropes right here. He elects to go from the windup with the bases loaded.
Line drive, center field, right at Young. He hit it hard enough. Boy, the Padres hitting in tough luck. 3 balls hit well to the outfield. They just can't find the gaps. They're hitting the gloves. After 2, no score. Next Saturday, that's a 5:35 game. First 25,000 of you fans will receive a Padres Beat LA Rally towel presented by BWM Global. Get your tickets today at Padres.com. That's next Saturday.
Oh, and a cuteness sighting here at Petco Park. And yeah, they're wearing the Charger gear, cheering on the Padres today. So they got both ends covered there, and that little future big leaguer
And how about the San Diego State Aztecs?
Yes.
A big win last night against Washington State. And what a nice crowd over there at Qualcomm Stadium. 57,286.
Nice. Glad to hear that.
The buzz is very much alive. 42-24 Aztecs. Aaron Harang and Buddy Black's alma mater. And then they go to Michigan, Ann Arbor next Saturday against Brady Hoke. Ripped and Guzman. What a pick. Saunders rifling a potential double to right, and Guzman robs him.
That is not an easy play, and sometimes for infielders, just reacting, not having time to think about it, is probably the best thing. Boy, Guzman moves to his left a little bit, actually catches that ball behind him, makes it look so easy, picking up Aaron Harang. That was a P.
Brings up Parra, who struck out opening the ball game. Good changeup to start Parra. Well, the bags are packed, and the Padres will, after the game today, leave on their final road trip, a 3-game series in Colorado that begins tomorrow night. Fouled slice down the left field line, out of play. 5:15 our airtime for the Honda Dealers pregame show tomorrow night. Lupke against Kevin Millwood. Tuesday night, Latos and Chacin. No TV on Wednesday. It'll either be Stauffer if he's well, or Bass getting the start against Aaron Cook. Boy, Colorado, they just have folded their tents. They're trailing San Francisco 10-3 in the 4th inning today.
Yeah, they've got a lot of their firepower out. Yeah, Tulowitzki's hurt, right?
And Gonzalez has had an in and out year with injuries. But they're now 70-81. That was my pick in the West.
You know, I think it's kind of fun at the end of the year, you know, the early publications in the spring.
Popped up. Might be a play. Foul territory. Johnson. No, it just hit the top of the screen. Who did you think at spring training was going to win the West?
You know what? I think I was right along with you. Colorado, having that rotation they had early in the year, and the offense, the potential offense that they could put up, I think the Rockies were a favorite by a lot of people.
You know, when they traded Ubaldo Jimenez, though, you know, it was almost a sign that something was wrong.
Sure.
Why would you get rid of a guy that good? Count remains 1-2 on Parra.
But you go back to those publications, you know, that are out in February and March, and they have all the predictions, and it's kind of fun to go back and see what, you know, people in the business thought.
No one picked Arizona, I can guarantee you that. Kevin Towers didn't even pick Arizona. General manager. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Military Sunday at Petco. Another foul. Parra is pretty good at that. He wastes a lot of pitches. Just take a big gulp of San Diego today. Just breathe it in. Rolled. That's going to be a tough play with the speed of Parra. Guzman throws it away. Backed up by Johnson alertly, and Parra safe at first base. That'll be an infield hit for Parra.
That was a do-or-die play. You could see that play developing because Guzman, there was no way he was going to get to the ball and then to the bag. Aaron Harang, does he go between? Oh, he went between his legs. You know what? He may have deked Aaron Harang.
I think he didn't need to do that. That there was a chance of flipping it in another manner.
Oh, that would have been a great play if Aaron Harang could have gotten to that baseball.
Well, it is football Sunday, and Guzman maybe as a kid was a center.
Sure. A long snapper, right?
Power aboard with 1 out. Another infield hit. And here's Aaron Hill, fly to center his first time. There goes Parra. Throw by Johnson, way off the mark, and backed up by Hudson. Parra's 13th steal.
Looked like he got a good jump. Not the best jump. Flash look, high pitch for Rob Johnson. Just kind of worked underneath it a little bit and sent to the second base side of second base.
Yeah, the Diamondbacks were successful there, but the Padres have been terrific all season long, throwing out runners. Ground ball through the hole into left field. Here comes Power around third. They're going to check him right there. Matt Williams throws up the stop sign on the single by Hill. First and third with one out for Arizona. Our leaderboard is brought to you by Los Primos, home of the Monster Burrito. Get your $5 meal deal from Los Primos. Well, speaking of opponents caught stealing this year, does this surprise you? The Padres lead the National League. 58 runners have been either thrown out or picked off. Giants with 56. So Johnson and Hundley have done a good job throwing out runners, and the pitching staff and picking runners off. They had two last night, one picked off, one thrown out stealing. Yeah,
good point. It's just not always on the catchers because the pitchers do a fine job of holding runners and varying their moves.
And here's the top hitter, power hitter for Arizona, up with runners at first and third and only one out. Infield back, looking for a possible double play chance. Fouled away. Nice catch, barehanded by a fan. Grounded to short. There's one. Can he get this double play? He got it! Double play! Oh my! 6-4-3. Yes, I love the rhythm of the double play. So up and up, first and third and one out, and Harang induces the perfect ground ball. Bright sunshine, cool breeze. And what better place than the Bowlyard as the Padres come up in the bottom of the third inning. A couple of double plays helping Harang to keep the D-backs off the board. So they've gone now 21 innings, scoring only one run in the series.
Hey, you know what I'm waiting for, Dick Enberg?
What?
I'm waiting because we are so blessed with this great weather in San Diego. Just one time, everybody's at the ballpark, and the PA announcer comes on and says,
Maben drills this one. That won't be caught. Base hit to center. Lined the first one too hard out to Young. This one falls in front of him.
The PA announcer comes on and says, ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Today's game has been called because it is too nice.
Well, this would qualify, wouldn't it?
But great day, great weather, and the greatest game of all baseball. Why call the game, right?
Yeah. Look at those folks out in the park. Yeah. Are they having a good time with their blankets and their little picnic lunches? $5 to be able to sit out there.
That's a great deal.
Bargain? What's it cost now to go to a movie? 10?
By yourself. Yeah.
And then you order popcorn. Now it's 20.
Then you got to sign the mortgage papers. for the drinks.
And
the
don't
candy.
get a bottle of water. Those are about $7.
Right.
Free, you know. Water is free, folks.
It's something that's gone by the wayside. Water fountains, right? Don't see too many anymore.
Yeah, I worry about how much plastic we're trying to dispose, and it's not easy to do that. Meanwhile, Jason Bartlett trying to move Maben along. Fastest runner aboard here to lead off the third inning. Bartlett struck out his first time.
One way to counter against Joe Saunders, and we've mentioned this before, is to take the left-hander the opposite way. A lot of right-handed hitters will fall into the pull mode. Try to pull too many of his pitches because he's trying to throw fastballs away, changeups away. And if you feed into that, be a lot of grounders to the left side.
Dave Roberts helping his runner Maben to get back. Stopwatch in hand. Base stealing is part of the science of this game. Well, Maben a threat to steal, of course, every time he's on base, and the crafty veteran, 30-year-old Saunders, knows that. He's going to do everything he can to keep him tight to the bag. Montero, the catcher, has as strong and accurate an arm as any catcher in the league.
Yeah, his percentage is always hovering around 40%. In fact, he's exactly at 40% going into today's game.
Chargers, by the way, after a quarter, are tied at New England 7-7. There he goes. Montero's throw into center field. Maben gets up and he's on his way to third. Could be a player. Here comes the throw. He's in there. And there's the speed that Bud Black loves so dearly. Steals a base, forces the throw into center field.
He went on the first move, and what a great job by Maben, the head first slide, and then watch him pop up when he sees the baseball get away. And Chris Young was charging that baseball, and that was a close play at third base.
Only the speed of Maben able to get over there, so no one out.
Being very aggressive, like that.
And Bartlett protecting, luffed the bunt. And that one tails outside, a fastball. 2-1 to Jason Bartlett. The infield back, except the third baseman Blum. Well, ground ball anywhere else beyond the mound will get the run home.
You could really see Montero rush that throw to second base.
Fouled out of play. 2-2 with Denorfia on deck.
But as we've mentioned before, it's a gamble with the left-handed hitter or left-handed pitcher out there. He just happened to pick the right spot, the right move, and he was off and running.
Our U.S. Marine recruits, men and women, enjoying the game. Ground ball sharply, one hop. Good play by Hill. He takes a base hit away as Maben scores, and the Padres are up 1-0. Bartlett, 38th RBI of the year.
That's good hitting by Jason Bartlett. Taking Saunders the opposite way. Nice swing and a great play by Aaron Hill.
That ball leads up some second baseman. The legs of Maben get him around to third with no one out, and Bartlett drives him home. And the Padres, when they score first, are 42-20 on the year. Broken bat ground ball right at the third baseman Blum. Easy out as Denorfia retired 5-3. And meanwhile, San Francisco at Coors Field has an 11-3 lead against the Rockies in the fifth inning. 7 straight wins for Bruce Bochy's Giants.
You never know what's going to happen.
They've hit 6 home runs today.
Oh my goodness.
Wouldn't that be sweet?
Huh.
And even Matt Cain, the pitcher, went deep.
The humidor must be down, huh?
Jesus Guzman fly to right his first time. 2 for 7 against Saunders this year with a home run. Works that ball, Saunders, away to the right-handers, and then occasionally comes inside to keep you honest. There's the pitch inside as he cuts the fastball. That's his fastest of the day, 91. Yep. Levels the count at 2-2. Bounces it 3-2. A changeup.
Right, he knows that Guzman likes the fastball, right? He's not going to just flip a fastball up there, so he pulls the string on that changeup. He might throw another one here.
Fouls it out of play, and indeed he backed up another changeup.
Hey, I saw Mark Davis throw, and I'm not kidding. I saw Mark Davis, the Cy Young Award winner, 1989, throw 13 curveballs in a row. True story.
Yeah, that defies all baseball logic.
There's another changeup, 3 in a row.
Boy, that's really is the change in the game. 25 years ago, you occasionally would see a change of them. 3 in a row. Out is full. Ground ball sharply. Backhanded by Blum at third. Throws him out. Well, the legs of Maben. Steals second, is 37th. The third on the air and scores on the ground out. Padres 1-0. Diamondback hit for the cycle on this date against the Padres in 2002. And take your memory bank back to 2002 on September 18th. Hit for the cycle, a D-back. We'll have the answer bottom of the inning. First pitch is a ball to Miguel Montero. He walked his first time. Montero, then Goldschmidt and Young, with the Padres leading 1-0, top of the fourth. That'll be the end of the crowd down the left field line.
I was at that game, so I know the answer, so I'll stay out.
There's an interesting sidebar to the fact that that gentleman hit for the cycle. Not a very fast runner, and he tripled in his last at bat. Another foul.
Still hard to believe no Padre has thrown a no-hitter and no Padre has hit for the cycle.
I'm not quitting until they do.
No, I'm right there with you. Yeah, cuteness sighting right there. Very nice.
2-2 to Montero. This will be the next pitch, 50 on the pitch count for Harang. High fly, and it's hit deep to right center field. That ball's carrying well. Maven back, and it's gone. Montero with a home run, and the game is tied at 1. His 17th of the season.
Well, that ball just kept going and going. You could tell all the way up here that ball was hit on the sweet spot. It's a 2-2 pitch, and Aaron tries to get in the kitchen. And you know what? Montero does a nice job of getting his hands through, because that ball looked like it was on the inner half of the plate. It was elevated. He just keeps getting better and better, doesn't he? Montero?
He's the whole package. All-star this year, and the way he plays and hits, looks like he's going to have many trips to the All-Star game as a National Leaguer. Goldschmidt fouls it away.
And you always have to hold your breath when Cameron Maven goes back on a ball. I mean, he has the capability of climbing that wall and maybe snatching one back. He gave a good effort on that last one.
Montero, one of the many Venezuelans that are in the major leagues. Signed as a teenager by Arizona. He just gets better each year. In his full seasons, he had 224, 255, done 294, 266 last year. He's having his best season. That home run now exceeds his previous high of 16 in a year. 3-2. And ball 4. Second walk from Harang.
Well, that hurts because he had him 0-2. So Goldschmidt draws the walk.
Chris Young legged out an infield hit to deep short his first time.
You know, the one thing I look at is we just saw the breakdown of the pitch total at 56. Make a point after this pitch.
Fouled into the crowd.
Remember, Dick, quick to start the game. 2 outs, right? Parra Hill, and then remember Upton's hit? Well, when Upton swung at that pitch for the hit, that was 10 pitches. You know, if that ball's caught, it's a 10-pitch inning for Aaron Harang. He went on to throw 20-plus pitches that inning.
Yeah, the little things.
Right.
There goes the runner. Swung on a miss. Throw by Johnson is not in time. Well, Goldschmidt not expected to be a serious base runner, and he may have caught Harang and the Padres off guard. Well, that's his 4th of the year.
Yeah. Nice throw. Oh, that was very close, but he was safe.
So a walk and a steal by Goldschmidt, as good as a no-out double. 1-2 to Young.
Well, this play was so close. Caught.
He was there.
Yeah.
Good job by Hudson to get that slap tag.
You know, there's a lot of times when they transfer feet and they leave the bag for that one instant.
Oh, my. Just off the corner. 2-2. Young takes a lot of pitches, as we've indicated throughout this series. Walks more and strikes out more than any P-back. Goldschmidt out at second, no one out. Leadoff homer by Montero here in the fourth to tie it. Then a walk and a steal. D-backs threatened to take the lead. Montero's 17th homer. And he misses inside. So he had 2 strikes and no balls on Goldschmidt. Walked him. He had 2 strikes on Young, and now the count goes full.
Possible breaking ball here. Short, tight breaking ball, maybe down and away.
He walks him. This has become a ugly inning for Harang. Home run, walk, walk. And here comes Darren Balsley out to talk with the battery of Harang and Johnson.
Yeah, that was a fastball that he tried to locate, missing big time. You know, Aaron knows what he has to do, and sometimes Darren Balsley goes out there just to calm him down a little bit, give him a little bit of a breather. Second time around for Jeff Blum. Remember, he got that double play ball in the second inning.
Meanwhile, Young has walked for the 4th time in the series. He's been the one troublesome D-back. He's been up 9 at bats, on base 7 times, with 3 hits and 4 walks. Here's Blum, grounded into a 4-6-3 double play his first time. Another pitch out of the strike zone, a changeup. No one out for the Diamondbacks, who have tied it with a home run and now 2 walks, setting the table for Blum. Another ball, 2-0. Not missing by much.
No. And usually Aaron Harang, you know, he gets that good downward plane on the fastball. The last couple of fastballs have been up in the zone. He's going to have to make an adjustment here.
Brad Brock starts loosening up. High fly ball to center. Maben back. Runners are tagging. On to third goes Goldschmidt as the throw comes in to Bartlett at shortstop. First and third as Blum flies out. So 1 out. Runners at the corners for Arizona, and John McDonald the hitter. McDonald grounded to the first baseman Guzman first time. Long look by McDonald at third base coach Williams. Squeeze always a possibility.
Thinking right along there with you. Either somebody running, putting on a running play possibly with Young, or that runner at third base. You know, McDonald's only grounded into 1 double play this year, both in the American League combined and the National League. 1 time.
Wow. There it is, and it was the safety squeeze, and Harang came up and in, and that was a pretty tough pitch to try to put in fair play.
And that's what you have to do no matter where that ball is pitched. You got to try to get a bat on it. Up and in. Whoa. That'll wake you up. Look out.
Oh, that was right at his whiskers.
Oof.
Doesn't mean they won't try it again. Young leads from first. Goldschmidt down the line at third. Yeah, that's again, it was the safety as Goldschmidt came a third of the way down the line, and if that ball had been bunted, he was coming home.
You know, if I'm Gonzalez at third base, the third baseman, I'm going to pull a Matt Williams and give him a dose of his own medicine. I'm going to get right up to that runner at third base and see if we can hear something that Matt Williams is passing along to the base runner. And I've mentioned it many times, but Matt, when he was a third baseman, he would get right next to the runner at third base to hear what the third base coach was telling the runner. Hey, right? You can go up to the runner. Try to get some info.
1 ball and 1 strike to McDonald. Saw fly ball back a second, and Hudson backpedaling has the catch, and Goldschmidt has to go back to third. Good pitch made by Harang.
Yep.
Brings up Joe Saunders.
Okay, a little bit of a pressure situation. It's a ball that's up out of the zone. And you know what it looked like? It looked like McDonald was kind of feeling for that ball, not really attacking that ball. Maybe just trying to get something elevated to the outfield, but not a real powerful swing from McDonald.
Saunders can swing the wood. He's got 12 hits this year and was robbed of a hit his first time. Remember, he smashed a rocket right at Guzman, who made that good pick. Fastball outside. A rocky inning in terms of control for Aaron Harang after the home run to Montero over the center field wall at the 396 sign. Walks to Goldschmidt and Young with no one out. He got Blum to fly to center, McDonald to pop to second. Now the pitcher Saunders. That's a strike. Change up to the pitcher. Showing some respect.
Oh, yeah.
Well, these D-backs, the pitching core, are the best hitters in the National League. Most hits, most RBIs. This is the 27th toss of the inning. And a ground ball to second. Hudson feeds it over to Guzman. The inning's over. So after the home run and a couple of walks, some hefty pitching by Harang to get out of it with only 1 run scoring. It's tied at 1. Yeah, good to have Echo Company, 2nd Recruit Training Battalion from Camp Pendleton with us. And our salute to the military is brought to you by Coleman University, a military-friendly school. And it always makes these Sundays special to have young men and women with us in uniform. Kind of like to go up there and shake every one of those hands. Wouldn't you just shake every one
Say
of them?
thank you.
Yeah. Go get them. All right, 1-1 tie, bottom of the fourth inning. Orlando Hudson singled his first time. Singled through the right side. Kyle Blanks to follow. He singled through the left side with one out in the second inning, but the Padres couldn't take advantage. A couple of line drive outs by Gonzalez and Harang with the bases loaded. On the outside corner, a changeup. 1-1. Well, that could have been a big top of the fourth inning for Arizona. Home run and back-to-back walks, no one out. And Harang's getting off the hook.
Well, he battled.
Two balls, two strikes to Hudson.
You know, going back to that inning, Dick, the one thing that sticks out is just the body language and how Aaron Harang went about his business. He doesn't get rattled. Notice that? He doesn't go around stomping on the mound, kicking the rosin bag, you know, looking up. He's focused on what he needs to do, and he got out of that mess with just that home run.
Strike three called. A high fastball. And Hudson caught looking. That is the second strikeout for Saunders. Well, time now for our AT&T Wireless Trivia answer. What Diamondback hit for the cycle against the Padres 9 years ago on this exact date? And the answer, Greg Colbran. Colbran tripled in his last at bat to complete the cycle. He had 2 home runs, a single, a double, and that triple. Arizona won the game 10-3. The triple is interesting because he wasn't exactly Jesse Owens.
Right, right.
Long drive, but foul down the left field line.
And you know what? And correct me if I'm wrong. If anybody's, I know Mike Trussell was around in the Qualcomm days, Jack Murphy Stadium days. That ballpark really wasn't a triples ballpark like this ballpark is. Unless you rattled it around the corner, you know, and it got down in that bullpen area.
Now we have evidence of Colbran's cycle. Give that to you right after Blanks at bat. Fouls it away. Count remains 1-2. New England has kicked a field goal in the second quarter, leading San Diego 10-7 at Foxborough. Fastball in the outside corner, and both Hudson and Blanks caught looking here in the fourth inning. Now Colbran. There's a single, and he slices this one over the right field wall for his home run. Double, and here comes the triple. Well, no, he had 2 home runs that day. That's a pretty good day, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Ground ball deep to short by Gonzalez, and the throw across in plenty of time. 6-3, and that's an easy frame for Saunders. 1-2-3. We go to the 5th inning at Petco. 1-1 tie.
On this Military Sunday, honoring the Air Force, our mid-game recap brought to you by Murray Lamper Construction. Find the truth in home remodeling with Murray Lamper Construction. See why that they're the company you trust. Visit murraylampert.com. Dick?
All right, Mark. A first pitch to Parra's in for a strike. Change up. Parra safe on an infield hit. Rolled to first base. That was the hike play by Guzman. So Harang trying to cover. But the snap was fumbled, but recovered by San Diego.
Harang in the shotgun, huh? On 2.
2 strikes on Parra, the leadoff man. Ground ball, Hudson, a nice convenient hop, and 1 out. Curveball, and Parra bounces out. Here's Aaron Hill. Hill a homer last night. A single to left field his last at bat. That's poured in there. A fastball.
Nice. That's the Aaron Harang we know and love. Getting that fastball down and away to the right-handed hitters. He had a little difficulty last inning, so he has made an adjustment.
Got him with a breaking ball, a slider. Second strikeout for Harang. 2 gone to Justin Upton.
This is the slider. Uno dos. Adios. Take a hike.
I love my bilingual partner. Upton dropped a fly ball into left field that Kyle Blanks perhaps lost in the sun for a single, and then he grounded into a key double play in this game with the 3rd inning. After Saunders a hard out to first, Parra an infield hit, Hill a base hit to left. So, and after Parra had stolen second, he had to stop at third. That ball driven deep to right center field. Denarfia looking up, and that ball is off the boards. Denarfia plays it in, and Upton cruises into second with a double. Boy, that ball jumps off his bat.
I was just going to say how nice and smooth and easy that swing was, and going the opposite way. Looked like a fastball from Harang.
Upton with another extra base hit. He leads the National League now with 74.
Man,
he's got 49 multi-hit games. That's in the top 10. He leads the league in doubles with 39. 2-out double. Here's Montero, the home run man, but this one is popped high toward left. Blanks coming in, and the inning's over. No runs, a hit. Upton left at second after his 2-out double, and we're at the halfway mark in this one. 4.5 in the book, tied at 1.
inning, the jackpot is up to $65,500. You got to get online and register, though. Where do you do that? Go to 4sd.com. Good luck.
And of course, also a home run hit today. 2,500 homers for heroes. Let's see if Johnson, Harang, Maben, someone here in the bottom of the fifth get the job done. Johnson walked his first time. Takes it outside and high. Ball one. Fly ball to left field. That'll chase Parra back to the edge of the warning track for the out. Just missed it. Harang up with the bases loaded his first at bat. 2 out in the second, and he hit the ball well, but right at the center fielder Young. 1-1 tie here in the last of the fifth inning at Petco Park. Final game of the 3-game series. Final game between these two teams. And he hits this one fairly sharply. 2-hopper to the second baseman Hill. 2 quick outs for Saunders, who now has retired 8 men in a row since Maben singled in the third inning.
You might see Cameron Maben tie both shoes, have a conversation with the home plate umpire, maybe talk a little bit with Miguel Montero to give Aaron Harang a little bit of extra.
What did you say?
Breathing time on the bench there.
Extra? You said extra?
Extra.
There you go.
A little extra time.
Bilingual partner. And actually, he's trilingual. He speaks English, Spanish, and Chicago.
And did you see? I think he just traded out his shillelagh there. He went up to the plate with a bat, and then the bat boy brought him out a new bat.
Nubbed to the mound, and you better hurry, although maybe not going at full speed. Boy, 4 pitches, 3 outs for Saunders in the fifth inning. Now we've completed 5 at Petco, still tied at 1. Implant Center and by Cox Advanced TV. Get more of what you're into with Cox Advanced TV. Sailor and the Nurse at Times Square commemorating that day, September 2nd. And there's a high deep drive to right, carrying for a home run. First pitch homer by first baseman Paul Goldschmidt. Goes the opposite way for number 8, and Arizona leads 2-1. Couple of solo homers today.
As soon as this kid steps in the box, you can just tell by his stance, the way he takes his practice swings, he's got power written all over it, and power to all fields. Wow, he didn't even stride, it looked like. It looked like that was all lower body, no stride, upper body strength, taking it to the opposite field. Wow.
Well back in right field. And that's after Upton just missed a home run himself in the last inning. Couple of solos, Montero and Goldschmidt. To power Arizona into the lead 2-1. Chris Young. 1-1 the count.
Hey, that is some kind of strong.
Foul back. Arizona among the leaders in home runs this year. That was the 167th they've hit as a team.
Yeah, they're ranked 3rd in the National League.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Chris Young. Strike 3. Finally took one too many. Slider in there. 3rd strikeout for Harang. Josh Spence, the left-hander, and Brad Brock, the righty. Haven't seen Spence for a long time, have we? Jeff Blum hit into a double play and flied to center. Curveball with a strike. Pulled to the right side, heads of the grass. Hudson for the 4-3 out. 2 gone. And John McDonald steps up.
It's all about adjustments, right? Leadoff home run and 2 quick outs from Aaron Harang, making some good pitches.
If they're going to go deep on you, you hope it's with the bases empty. That's been the case today. Padres had a couple of solo home runs last night to win it 3-1. That'll be a souvenir back of the dugout of the Padres.
You know, I think of solo home runs, Dick, and this is right in your wheelhouse. I think of king of the solo home run guys like, isn't it like Jim Palmer, Bert Blyleven, all those guys, the guys that pitched like 20 years in the big leagues. Sure, they gave up their share of home runs, but a lot of them were solo shots.
Pulled foul by McDonald, and Harang ahead on the count 0-2.
In fact, the one stat that sticks out in my mind, Jim Palmer in his long career never gave up a grand slam.
Is that right?
That's saying something.
Hard to do.
Yeah.
Two strikes on McDonald. Slider outside. Two and two. Padres scored first. 3rd inning, single by Maben, stole second to third on the throwing error. That's back toward us and just below.
Hey, that almost got Mark Leeson, high home guy.
Our television cameraman there. He's playing it all the way, though. Try to make a stab at it. Line drive, base hit. McDonald a solid single to center field. That's the 8th hit for the D-backs and brings up Saunders.
Dick, speaking of Jim Palmer, 3,948 innings pitched. Okay, that's a lot of work. 303 home runs. Of those 303, 193 were solo shots.
And not one grand slam.
Yep.
Did you ever give up a grand slam homer?
Well, you had to bring that up, huh?
Pitch to Saunders. What a logical transition.
I think I did. I couldn't tell you, but I'm sure I did.
You'd wipe all those away. You don't. Yeah, you can't. You
until you just mentioned it, I wiped them all away.
Sweet dreams. 1-0 to Saunders. Fly ball to center. Maben has to give a little ground, but he's there, and the inning's over. A run on 2 hits. Home run by Goldschmidt to right field, and the Arizona Diamondbacks, after 5.5, lead it 2-1. Well, next Saturday, the Padres and Nickelodeon are teaming up to celebrate the Worldwide Day of Play. Before the Padres play the Dodgers, it's a 5:35 game. The kids can come out, meet and play games with SpongeBob SquarePants and Dora the Explorer. All festivities start at 3:35, included with a paid game ticket for that Saturday. So get yours today at Padres.com/Day of Play. That's next Saturday against the Dodgers. Yeah, the Padres need a run to tie now, 2-1. Bottom of the 6th, and Joe Saunders in a good pitching groove. He's retired 9 in a row, most of them on ground ball outs.
And he's only thrown 58 pitches. Aaron Harang at 97.
He's walked 1 today, struck out 3. He faces Bartlett, Denorfia, and Guzman here in the 6th. He keeps that fastball on that outside corner. That one misses away. Bartlett has struck out, knocked in the run, Padre run with a ground out. Takes a strike. That was in the 3rd. Maven led off with a single, stole second, and on Montero's wide throw, trying to nail him at second. It went into center field. He took 3rd, Maven, and scored on Bartlett's one hopper to second. Line to center, stays up, and Young right there for the out. Padres have hit some balls well enough today, but they're right at the outfielders. Denorfia up twice, grounded out twice. That's 10 straight retired by Saunders. He was the #1 pick by the Angels 9 years ago, 12th overall. Joseph Francis Saunders. Off the front foot, foul ball.
Well, he's in a rhythm right now. First pitch fastball for a strike, little cutter slider on the inside part of the plate to Denorfia. Last inning, or 2 innings ago in the 4th, 2 strikeouts back to back looking. So that tells you something. Hitting his spots just on the corner.
Kirk Gibson, as he looks out at the pitchers, looking right at the auxiliary scoreboard, and can see that San Francisco's winning big at Colorado, 12-5 in the 7th. So the Giants trying to go for their 8th straight. Padres trying to make it difficult by sweeping the D-backs, a rare feat this year. Arizona's only been swept 4 times all year. Ground ball up the middle, a base hit for Denorfia. Hitting .448 since coming off the disabled list on September 5th. Denorfia now 1 for 3.
A 1-2 pitch. And Saunders tries to backdoor the slider there. And Denorfia, it's not the prettiest swing, but he hit it on the sweet spot. Well, Saunders is doing a good job jamming hitters, getting them out in front a little bit. Even though it wasn't a pretty swing, the key is Denorfia hit the sweet spot there, rifling that one up the center of the diamond.
And that forces Saunders to pitch from the stretch, something he hasn't had to do since early in the 3rd inning. Denorfia bluffs going, and the pitch is high and away, a changeup. Guzman, a fly ball to right and a ground ball to 3rd. Jesus 0 for the last 9 since he singled and run in the 1st inning on Friday night. Count in his favor, 2-0. Tying run, Denorfia at first base. Low, 3-0. Ball 4. So 4-pitch walk by Saunders, who's had excellent command, but he hasn't pitched from the stretch for a while. Let's go to our cold hard blast. It's presented by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Orlando Hudson last night. His blast went the distance. His 7th home run of the year, and that gave the Padres a 2-1 lead on their way to the 3-1 win. And the Padres with a chance here in the 6th. Tying run moves to second to Northfield. Guzman at first. Only the second walk off Saunders. Hudson a single and a strikeout. Ground ball to third, to second for one, back to first. A double play. That one wasn't quite as sweet as the ones we enjoyed earlier. Around the horn, Blum to Hill to Goldschmidt. The Padres are gone in the 6th. And by Goldman Sachs, for all the reasons you invest, mutual funds from Goldman Sachs. Magnificent Sunday in San Diego. 2-1 Diamondbacks, and Josh Spence, the man from Melbourne, on the mound. The young left-hander making his 39th appearance. 2.48 ERA and a stingy batting average allowed, 143. Haven't seen the southpaw for a while. In fact, we kiddingly said, is it a bias against Australians? You don't get to play anymore? He's really got a great sense of humor.
Absolutely. It's been 6 days since Josh has toed the slab. Back on the 12th at San Francisco, he threw an inning. And with the left-hander due up, Brad Brock is still throwing in that bullpen. He's throwing a no-hitter down there in that bullpen. So after Parra, you've got Hill and Upton, 2 righties. So this might be one of those situations where Josh Spence, he came to the ballpark today hoping to just get one batter out. This might be that batter.
Parra is 1 for 3. Infield single. Struck out and grounded out. And it could be that Spence is in just to pitch to Parra. Pitch floats inside.
You know, when I come back in a later life, I want to be a left-handed specialist. Tony Fossis, Jesse Orosco.
I want to be a third-string quarterback.
Hold the clipboard?
Yeah. Get about a 12-year career.
Oh, yeah.
Really good in practice.
Yeah.
With a red jersey on. Sure. They can't hit you.
That would be a good life, wouldn't it?
2 balls and a strike. Speaking of football at the half, New England with a 20-7 lead over the Chargers. 3-1 to Parra. That's a strike.
Pinpoint control at 83. Gotta love it.
Over but low, and Parra walks. Spells trouble. Leadoff man aboard on the walk, and here comes Bud Black. He indeed was in there just to pitch to the left-hander, and that's not going to make him feel good as he goes back to the dugout. He's failed the test, walking the leadoff man. And a pitching change coming up is brought to you by the Law Tigers, San Diego's motorcycle injury lawyers who ride. Now brought to you by Lolitas at the Park, where you can enjoy quality, fresh Mexican food and a wonderful evening happy hour 7 days a week. 25-year-old former Monmouth University star in New Jersey. Played both high school and college ball with his brother Brett, the all-time win leader and strikeout leader at Monmouth. Again, part of the audition process here late in the season. As Brock comes in, leadoff man Parra with a wall, killed the batter. He's 1 for 3. Brock has that dramatic leg kick coming to the plate.
And he's a strikeout pitcher. More strikeouts than innings pitched in the minor leagues.
That one gets away, and on to second base goes Parra. So not a good start to the inning. See how they score that pass ball charged to Johnson.
I think a fastball that he yanks, and Rob Johnson has to reach way across his body there. He draws leather. And a bad break for San Diego with a runner in scoring position.
No one out, a walk and a pass ball. 2-1, D-backs lead it here in the top of the 7th. Swing and a miss. 93 on that fastball. Boy, speaking of good pitches, how about Brigadier General Robert Cardenas, retired U.S. Air Force? He threw a good one in there, didn't he? The ceremonial first pitch.
Yes, he did.
1-1 to Hill. Looks like he throws a heavy ball.
Yeah, it's free and easy motion, and the ball does jump out of Brad Brock's hand. Easy 93, 94. You can see why he struck out 94 in 71 2/3 in the minor leagues combined between AA and AAA this year.
Parra leading away from second base, no one out. High foul fly. Ernesto Frieri starts to loosen up in the Padre bullpen. Line drive shot to left. One hopper to blanks. Here come Noah. Gets by him now, and Parra scores easily. And there goes Hill on a speed track to third base. Now this has been an ugly inning. A walk, a pass ball, a misplayed ball in the outfield, and the D-backs lead at 3-1 and have a chance for more as Hill winds up at third with no one out.
Ball's hit hard. He went down and got it, no question. And that's just a good old-fashioned clank there. It looked like Kyle had a beat on it. I don't know what type of bounce it took off that turf, but looks like it's going to go for a single and an E7.
That's correct. RBI for Hill, who has 2 hits today. Infield draws in tight with Justin Upton up. A single, ground ball double play, and he just missed a home run. Hit the top of the auxiliary scoreboard in right for a double last time up. Slider outside. 2 balls, no strikes on Upton. That run charged to Josh Spence. Out of play. Freeze Cam brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. How close was Upton to hitting his 31st home run? We're going to freeze it on its landing contact. Look where that was, inches from the top of that wall. It's a home run if it hits that top of the wall and stays, goes over to that Toyota sign.
Yep.
2 balls, 2 strikes. We've said it before, other than Albert Pujols, I can't think of a right-handed hitter in the National League that takes a more compact swing, doesn't overswing, and yet the ball just jumps off that barrel of the bat. That's in there. Upton caught looking. Like a house on the side of the road. Ernie Harwell. We have these Michigan lads. Ontario, Michigan Hall of Fame. Ken Wayne, David Piper, Jason Hall, and Greg Sunman with it. One of the gentlemen wearing a Harwell t-shirt.
Nice.
They're going to walk Montero. Why not? A walk, a home run, and a fly to left for the catcher today. Set up to double play.
I could just hear Ernie Harwell at times. What was his? A lot of great lines. But he would say where Tiger Stadium was, Michigan Avenue and Trumbull.
Michigan and Trumbull, you're right.
Yeah.
We used to walk when we'd hitchhike as a kid into Detroit. We used to stay at the Book Cadillac Hotel there.
Book Cadillac?
Yeah, that still exists. And you could tell the ball players because they wore those wingtip shoes, the white wingtip shoes. You knew that was the ball player. They were smooth. Then you'd wait for them. Some of them would even walk up Michigan Avenue. It was about not quite a mile walk to the ballpark. And you'd tag after them. Yeah. Never daring to, ask for an autograph or even say hello, but you could walk in their footsteps, and that made you feel pretty big. All right, first and third, 1 out. 3-1 Diamondbacks, and here's Goldschmidt, who powered that home run to the opposite field last time.
Well, the leadoff walk really hurts this inning. Tapara, lefty on lefty. Once again, coming back to bite the Padres.
Then a pass ball and an error by Blanks and left. Slider outside.
You talk about short, compact swings. Here's a kid that has that capability. Paul Goldschmidt, short and quick to the baseball for a big kid. Going the opposite way his last time up. Mark McGwire was short and quick to the baseball.
It's only 2 years out of college, this kid. Good pitch, slider. 1-2. Where's Texas State University? That's where this young man played his college ball. It's one of those Eastern or Western or Northern or whatever that they changed to Texas State. Inside, 2-2. Let's go back to the swing that produced the home run opposite field. No doubt about it.
Serious power the opposite way.
His 8th of the year. That's a drive to left field. Blanks fields this one cleanly, and walking in with a 4th run is Aaron Hill. It's 4-1 Arizona. Moving to second, Montero, and Goldschmidt driving in a couple of runs, his 22nd and 23rd today. And Bud Black wearing a path to the mound here in the 7th inning. Third pitcher of the inning will be Ernesto Frieri, and well, Frieri comes in to try to clean up this mess. 4-1 Arizona. We'll pause for these words. Arizona, brought to you by Mission Federal Credit Union, your home base for great auto loan rates and all-star service. Find out more at missionfed.com. An up and down season for Frieri, including a visit to Tucson to try to get his mechanics in order. He's come back, pitched better. .230 batting average against.
It's been a while since Ernesto's been out there. The 8th of September, Thursday, September 8th against Arizona.
10 days ago.
Yeah.
He faces Chris Young, who is 1 for 2 today and a walk. Breaking ball in for a strike. First and second occupied. Montero at second, and Goldschmidt with a RBI single at first. Well, he's hit 2 balls on the nose. That last line drive single to left field was a laser. Goldschmidt. All started with the leadoff walk, Parra, off reliever Josh Spence. Watch out. That's going to come close, just below us. Young hitting the 2020 club again this year. 20 home runs, 20 stolen bases. He's done it 3 times. Last year and again back in 2007. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Good fastball. 94 from Frieri. 2 outs to Jeff Blum.
Frieri just reaching back and throwing the old 4-seamer up above the belt buckle and challenging Chris Young for the strikeout. It's a good sign.
Blum wearing the collar today. Ground ball double play, fly to center, and a ground out to second. Starts him with a curveball.
Hey, you know what? It's relievers' responsibility. When you don't pitch for 10 days, you better make darn sure that you're on your throwing program. And these guys do that quite well. Darryl Ackerfeld, Darren Balsley on top of it, making sure these guys are sharp for this reason.
Another curveball, but that one just misses. Curves around the plate.
And sometimes it's very frustrating when, you know, it's day 5, day 6, day 7, and you don't get in a ball game. But you know what? You have to stay sharp. It's your responsibility to stay sharp.
in the dirt. Nice block by Johnson. 2-1. Well, they keep that constant record. It's like the homeroom teacher, making sure you're in
That's
class.
right.
You're not missing any school.
Right.
The Ackerfelds has the log and say, well, hey, you haven't thrown in a day or two. You got to throw. Get in the bullpen before the game. Throw. Give me 20 pitches.
Yep.
2-1. 2 on, 2 out. 2 in. And Blum fouls it away, and so deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runs here in the 7th. Bad news about the D-backs as we look ahead. When they're leading late in the game, they have not relinquished any, and in fact, after the 8th inning, none. They're 78-0 when they lead after 8 innings. Gets away from Johnson. Runners will advance. That's a couple of pass balls for Rob Johnson here in the 7th inning.
This looks like a fastball down and away, and rather than palm up, kind of thumb down on that one. It kind of eats up Rob a little bit. Now 2nd and 3rd.
It's a 4-1 game, and now 2 runners in scoring position. Blum with a chance to almost put this one away.
Dick, by the way, Texas State University, San Marcos, Texas, in between Austin and San Antonio.
All right.
That's where Paul Goldschmidt went, right?
Right. Texas State.
The Bobcats.
There you go. Another foul by Blum. Count remains full.
I thought they were fighting turquoise, but that's the.
Well, that's you're thinking of the opponent of Wyoming State. Fighting porcupines.
Yeah.
They play the New Mexico School of Turquoise in their
School
homecoming.
of Turquoise.
Yeah, that's going to come up November. Kelly, Wyoming. 3-2 to Blum. Foul tip, strike 3. So ARI comes in, settles the dust, striking out Young and Blum. But Arizona with 2 more on just 2 hits and 2 left.
PG, more value and double the warranty. Shop online at SanDiegoHyundaiDealers.com. Dick?
All right, Mark Grant, thank you for joining us today, fans, and hope you'll be with us tomorrow night here on Channel 4 San Diego, 5:15 for our Honda Dealers pregame show with Corey Lupke shooting for his 6th win of the year against Kevin Millwood of the Rockies. Tuesday night, it'll be Latos and Chassin, also at 5:15. Day game on Wednesday, no television, but you can follow the action on Radio 1090 with Andy Nasser and Ted Leitner. Aaron Cook will pitch for Colorado on Wednesday. He's 3-9 against either Tim Stauffer, if he's healthy enough, that forearm comes around, or we could see Anthony Bass get the start. Joe Saunders, as he has all season long, throwing a solid game. Walked 2, struck out 3, and has thrown a lot of ground ball outs, including a double play by Hudson as the Padres threatened with 2 on and 1 out in the last inning. So it'll be blanks, and then Gonzalez and Johnson here in the 7th. Kyle has a single and 2 at bats. Hitting that strike zone is Saunders. Boy, that first pitch strike has been consistent.
Absolutely, and that's only toss number 71 for Joe Saunders.
High foul fly down the right field side. A long run for Upton. He can't get that far. It's into the aisleway.
That guy dropped it on the first chance. Got it on the bounce. Well, he's going home with a souvenir. He needs a refill. Yo, bartender. Joe Boo needs a refill.
Well, he'll make the trade.
Yeah.
Either or. I'll take the or. Oh, that pitch just missed. 1-2 to blanks. High fly ball. Shallow and left. Parra cruises in. 1 away. Saunders working on a 4-hitter. The only run in the 3rd. A single by Maben. Stole second and on the play. Throw by catcher Montero into center field. Maben goes to 3rd on the air, and with no one out, Bartlett's ground out to 2nd brought in the run. Since that time, that was with no outs in the 3rd, the single by Maben. Saunders has allowed only 1 hit. That was the single by Denorfia. Gonzalez is lined to left and grounded to short. Another strike. Meanwhile, they're in the 9th inning at Coors Field with the Giants leading 12-5. Magic number 6, a win by Arizona, of course, reduces it to 5. The Giants aren't cooperating with the D-backs closing out the National League West.
So for every Diamondback win, doesn't matter what the Giants. Well, it does matter what the Giants do, but the main thing is another day off the calendar.
That one pulled into the left field corner and will go through to the wall. Alberto Gonzalez is on his way to 2nd with a double. Padres have their first extra base hit. Try to come back and negate the couple of runs that were scored by the D-backs in the top half of the inning.
That's actually not a bad pitch, but Gonzalez gets his hands in nicely to pull that ball for the double. Saunders staying out of the heart of the plate. That's just a good swing by Alberto.
The 5th hit off Saunders. D-backs have 10 today. Rob Johnson has walked and sent Parra to the warning path in left field to collect his drive in the 5th. There goes the runner. The time had been called. Gonzalez back to second base.
I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. Okay, he throws the pitch.
Well, look at the action on that pitch.
Ball is thrown back to Saunders.
Oh, he throws it.
Why'd he throw? Oh, wait, nobody called time on that.
There's a late second base umpire. Adrian Johnson came in to save the embarrassment. A high pop-up by Johnson down the right field line. Upton makes the catch in fair territory for the second out. And that'll bring up Aaron Cunningham as a pinch hitter for ARI.
Yeah, the ball's thrown in. Glenn Hoffman's like, hey. And Rob Johnson's all over it too. So the second base umpire call time?
After the play.
I'd like to hear the explanation on that one.
And why was Saunders throwing almost like he wanted the ball as a souvenir? What's he throwing it over there for? Could have tossed it into the umpire.
Right. And you know what? Looking at that play again, you know, Saunders never turned his back towards to see the second base umpire, like to see if time was called. He got that ball back and immediately rifled it back to the dugout.
Actually, in throwing it to the dugout, that would have scored Gonzalez.
It's 2 bases, right?
Right. Little brain cramp, but he got away with it.
Yeah.
Cunningham trying to pick up the run here with 2 outs, and Gonzalez at second. But it's a ground ball at short. The long throw by McDonald is in time. And the Padres get the double with 1 out from Alberto Gonzalez, but he's stranded at second. We've completed 7 at Petco. D-backs lead it by 3. Box score brought to you by Discount Tire, where America saves on tires. Giants continue to roll, looking for their 8th win in a row, 12-5. Pablo Sandoval, a couple of home runs, both in the 4th inning when the Giants hit 4 homers as they continue to roll. And how about the Dodgers? Quietly, if they win today, they're back to 500, 76-76, and it looks as if they've got a victory in the bank against the Pirates. Matt Kemp, a triple away from the cycle for the Dodgers. Sandoval has the triple in the home run. He might pull a cycle himself. Andrew Carpenter is the pitcher for the Padres, making his 4th appearance in a San Diego uniform, 2 1/3 innings, allowing 3 runs and 3 hits.
It's been a while since Andrew's been out there as well. Monday, the 12th of September.
First pitch low and away, ball 1 to John McDonald. Then it's the pitcher spot. Saunders does have a bat in the on-deck circle. He hasn't thrown many pitches. Been a very efficient game for him. 2-0. Only 83 pitches through 7 innings for Joe Saunders. That's in there. 2-1. Three and one. You know, this is 3 years ago in this day in history. Mad Dog comes to mind. Greg Maddux.
Yeah.
Would have been a good quiz. 3-1. Waved at and missed. Full count. For the Padres, he won his 13th game.
Okay.
Made him 13 wins or more, 20 consecutive seasons. You know what record he broke? Cy Young.
Oh,
is that any good?
Yeah, that's remarkable.
Greg over in Las Vegas. Maybe watch him today.
What a pleasure he was to watch every 5th day.
I don't know who invented the center field camera. Or remember, at the time it was controversial because people said, well, you can't watch a game when you look at it backwards. You're used to looking at it from home plate out. That doesn't make any sense at all. And of course, it's really made televising baseball all the more interesting. You look in on the catcher, see the signs, that sort of thing. Line drive left center field. Maven over to cut it off. And it's another long single for John McDonald. He's 2 for 4. The point is that whoever invented the idea of a center field camera, he had to have Greg Maddux in mind, because if there was ever one pitcher that you would want to watch from center field to look in over his shoulder, it was Maddux.
You got that right.
The way he worked it to the right, worked it to the left, pitched high, low, caught the corners.
The view where everyone's a center fielder, right? With that camera view when you're watching at home.
Saunders will try to move the runner along as McDonald has raised the hit total for the D-backs today to 11. He has 2. Goldschmidt with 2, a home run included. Hill with 2. Upton with a couple. Montero with a home run. Good bunt. Deadens it. No play for Johnson at second. Hudson covering at first. Our Skycam shot today is brought to you by Mossy Ford and Mossy Toyota. Visit us in Pacific Beach or online at mossy.com. Never get tired of looking at that magnificent Coronado Bridge arching its way over to the island. 1 out, runner at second, and top of the order, Parra. Infield hit, a walk. It's his walk leading off the last inning that led to a couple of scores for the D-backs. Over but low. Before the 7th inning, the Diamondbacks in this series were 1 for 15 with runners in scoring position, but took care of business. 2 for 5 in the 7th. They've got a man out there here in the 8th inning. 1-1 the count.
You know, Parra was talking to home plate umpire Gary Cederstrom. That's a darn good pitch that Carpenter just threw. Right at the knees.
Parra way up in the batter's box. Slider inside. So many hitters use that back line for their back foot, but he's right in the middle of the box. In fact, his front foot is almost on the front line.
Yeah, the idea for hitters, they want to see that ball as long as possible, right? So you're right, Dick. That back foot usually is right on the back line, and that gives us a great view of Parra, how he is up in the box.
And he'll spread out.
Yep. In fact, his front foot is closer to the front line, it looks like, than his back foot is to the back line.
Gets him an early start out of the box. Use his speed. And he'll try to use it here. Hudson will have to hurry, and he just does get him. on the play. McDonald moves to third. 2 out. Aaron Hill has a couple of hits today. So the two ex-Toronto Blue Jays, McDonald and Hill, each 2 for 4. Fastball in, ball 1. Another moment in Padre history on this date, September 18th, involved Clay Kirby. Driven to center, but at Maben, clothesline out to center field as Hill continues to hit the ball hard. No runs, a hit. The D-backs leave their 10th man today. It's 4-1. Go to our comparison, brought to you by the San Diego Toyota dealers. We've got what it takes. Toyota at Petco Park. As we now completing the 9 games of the series with Arizona, they're averaging 3.3 runs a game, but at Chase Field, the home park, a run and a half more per game, and that explains why they're 7-2 at home, but 3-5 here at Petco. Maben takes it inside, 1-1. 1 for 3, and the only run scored off Joe Saunders today. Maben spinning a fancy 5-hitter and a 4-1 lead. Pulled to third, no, by the third baseman to short. The long throw, and it's picked nicely by first baseman Goldschmidt, who makes the tag on Maben. You saw how quickly, in respect to the speed of Maben, that McDonald got rid of that one. Hot potato.
And another smart thing on part of McDonald, as we take a look at the play, how about the short hop over to first? Now, I don't know whether that was by design, but maybe, you know, if he tried to throw that all the way over, there's a chance that Maben maybe. Looks like Cameron kind of pulled up a little bit there. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, he didn't go full speed. Nice tag, though, by Goldschmidt. High fly ball to right off the bat of Bartlett, and Upton collects it for the second out. Well, the Padres have made a lot of first pitch outs.
Yep.
As only 87 tosses for Saunders to get 2 outs into the 8th inning.
You know, going back to that play, I think you should credit Goldschmidt as well. Dealing with that short hop and coming off the bag, realizing that I can't stay on the bag and try to catch it. Coming off the bag, catching it, and then tagging the runner. Short hop. Well, actually, he was kind of in touch with the bag with that back foot, but completing the play with the tag.
Denorfia, single in 3 at bats. Pops him up. That's going to be a 7-pitch inning for Saunders. He's making it look easy. Second baseman Hill loves it, and it's another 3 up, 3 down inning. The 4th out of 8 innings pitched by Saunders today. We go to the 9th. D-backs by 3.
Caps, t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and much, much more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop Padres.com. Show your Padre pride, will you, when you walk around town?
Right. No, I like that when I'm taking my walk in La Jolla every morning. You see some fans that got their Padre caps, or they got their shirts.
We'd go on walks, remember earlier this year, and you'd wear your Padre hat, wear it proudly.
And that's where you tell your real fans, you're in last place, but you're still a Padre fan. And look at today, 30,781 here on a Sunday, a football Sunday. There are a lot of folks that, that's part of their routine. They want to watch the NFL. And yet, great turnout, 30,000 today. Last night we had 36,000.
Yep.
Yeah, just imagine how this place is going to come alive when the Padres really get into a thick of another pennant race. And the future's coming. It's not a rebuilding year, it's a building year for the Padres, and the success of the minor league programs, 4 teams in the playoffs, San Antonio winning 100 games, winning the Texas League Championship. Lake Elsinore lost last night, but they're still up 2-1 against Stockton. They play tonight for the California League Championship. Justin Upton, 2 for 4, a single and a double, just missed a home run. Eric Hamren is on the mound now. The Padres using their 6th pitcher of the day. Aaron Harang started, went 6 innings, good innings, 2 runs, 8 hits. Both runs were home runs, solos by Montero and Goldschmidt.
Yeah, it could have been much worse for Aaron Harang, but he really battled, made some good pitches when he really needed to, especially in that first inning and in the 3rd.
He hit him. And Upton flips the bat away. Never feels good.
Just a fastball that he wanted to bury inside, and it gets away from him a little bit.
Yeah, that's when my old pal, colleague Don Drysdale said, hey, you shouldn't hit yourself like that. You got to get out of the way.
That's a good way. And you know what I always tell people? Hey, they've got time to get out of the way. You want to come in off the plate a little bit? That's fine.
If you're out there looking at pitch outside, you're going, trying to take away the inside part from me. You're stealing my money. That's what Drysdale said. I might as well give you my wallet if I'm going to let you get away with that.
Exactly. It's like my philosophy on driving. Hey, they've got brakes.
That's why you live in the country. Those rains, you just said, ooh.
Yeah.
So Upton aboard, and here's Miguel Montero. A couple of walks and a home run, and a throw away by Hamron. So he's wild at the plate, wild at first. Upton's going to try to make it to third. The long throw is not going to be in time. And so Upton says, take that. A couple of errors by the Padres. They've been playing so well the field, but a couple of errors, 2 pass balls.
Bad throw by Hamron. That was on the outfield side of first base. No chance for Guzman to even dive across that runner and try to pick it.
That'll make manager Black's lips pucker more than anything else. He hates bad defensive play. That's how you beat yourself. They sprinkled in an error in the last inning and a pass ball. Now a hit batsman and an error, and suddenly with no one out, you've got a man standing at third. Infield plays in. High hopper foul to first. Gonzalez at third, Bartlett at short, Hudson at second, Guzman at first, all at the edge of the grass. Try to cut down the run at the plate. No one out. Here in the top of the ninth, the D-backs trying to salvage the final game of this 3-game series. 2-1 to Montero. Giants have won 12-5. 8 in a row for San Francisco. Line drive caught by Hudson. Up the ladder, the O-Dog takes a base hit and an RBI away from Montero.
You talk about a big league hang with him. We just saw one right there, and great athleticism shown by Orlando Hudson. Taking away a hit, taking away a run. Nice reaction.
You could just see as he was talking to Bartlett, "They're not going to get a hit on me. You think that's going to go over my head?"
Not on my watch.
Foul ball off the facing of the second deck. Goldschmidt grounded to third, walked, homered to right, and singled in a line drive to left to drive in another run. He's the hitting star today for Arizona. Chance for another RBI with a man at third, 1 out. In the dirt, did he go? No. Slider. Nine games left after today for these two teams. Arizona gets to finish all 9 at home. 3 of those will be with San Francisco off the outside corner. Pittsburgh 3, the Giants 3, Dodgers 3, and the Dodgers are playing as well as anyone in the month of September.
Yep.
They won today as well. High fly ball, deep enough. Denorfia back, tagging is Upton, and here he comes with an unearned run. And Paul Goldschmidt, a handsome 3 RBI day. That's a cheap run. Hit by pitch, 2-base error, fly ball. 5-1 Arizona. And here's Chris Young. Infield hit, a walk, and he struck out the last 2 times. One ball and a strike with a slider. It'll be interesting to be around Jed Hoyer's office in the offseason.
Yeah.
Who stays, who goes, trades. pickups of free agents. Over but low. Judges, the young players, the talent that's being brought up, who is showing you the kind of stuff you want to keep him around. Guzman, there's a yes in that regard. Foul back.
Well, I did some looking at the roster recently, and Heath Bell's a free agent at the end of the year, and I think there's 12 or 13 players that are eligible for arbitration.
2-2 to Chris Young. Ground ball into left field for a base hit. Boy, he's been on base the whole series. He joins the hit parade. 5 different D-backs with a pair of hits today. Hill, Upton, Goldschmidt, Young, and McDonald. Well, by the way, the San Antonio Missions winning the Texas League with their 100th victory as they clinched the series against Arkansas. Casey Kelly, who was part of that Adrian Gonzalez trade. Joe Wieland and Robbie Erlin, the 2 men that the Padres got in the Mike Adams trade from Texas. All 3 have been invited to come up for the final week with the Padres. They won't be activated. They won't get in action, but the Padres will get a chance to see them throw on the side. It'll give them a chance to feel the activity of being in a major league uniform with a team, traveling with a team. Be good to meet those young kids.
What a great experience for those youngsters, no doubt.
Well, you remember that first time you got the call, huh?
Oh my! You know what? I called my dad at work and misdialed 3 times from the manager's office in Phoenix.
Jeff Blum, the hitter, 2 outs, man at first.
Jeff Blum, the only guy in the starting lineup today, the starting 8, that does not have a hit of the 12 Diamondback hits this afternoon.
Grounded into a double play, fly to center, grounded to second, and struck out. That one might have nicked Rob Johnson, so plate umpire Gary Cedarstrom taking a little extra time. Two outs, Chris Young at first base. Drive to center field, but Maben camped out there and handles the out. A run on 1 hit and an error and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The Padres need 4 to tie. It'll be Guzman leading off. Ninth inning. The hit of the game today brought to you by El Cajon Ford. As Tony Gwynn says, nobody beats El Cajon Ford. You can visit them at Broadway in Maine or elcajonford.com. And the hit of the game produced by Paul Goldschmidt, showing his power to the opposite field as he drives a 400-foot shot into the bleachers in right. for his 8th home run of the year. Goldschmidt has knocked in a run each of his last 3 at-bats. A home run in the 6th, an RBI single in the 7th, and a sacrifice fly here in the 9th. Guzman, a sharp ground ball to third. The long throw by Blum in plenty of time. So Guzman 0 for 3, and he's in a mild slump in this series.
We'll take a look at the breakdown. Joe Saunders this afternoon, 91 pitches for the veteran left-hander.
That's a professional job today.
Some quick outs, huh?
That's part of the deal.
Yeah.
This is second attempt at a complete game. His 31st start. He has one other full 9-inning performance. And that was right here against the Padres on July 26th. So Saunders feeling very comfortable on that center circle here at Petco Park. Hudson, a single and 3 at-bats. Over but high on the fastball, 90 on it. So he's not going to waver. He's from 91 to 88 on his fastball through the full 9 innings. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sharply hit at the shortstop. And across McDonald to Goldschmidt for the second out. There have been some balls hit well by the Padres, but they found the gloves.
And 2 we've just witnessed here in the 9th. Hit right on the button.
Well, the game started that way. Maven driving a laser to center field, but it was right at Young. Kyle Blanks a single and 3 at-bats. One and one. Well, the D-backs, should they go to the playoffs, at Ian Kennedy and Hudson and this guy Saunders, that's a pretty good 1-2-3 punch for him.
Absolutely. Yep. And anything can happen in a short series, right? We all know that. We've seen that before.
You need those 3 top-notch pitchers.
And whose pitching is going to be hot? That's another issue.
Blanks takes inside 3-1.
Yeah, your pitching gets hot. You need to just squeeze out 2 or 3 runs when you get to a short series.
Yeah, look at the Giants last year. Ground ball, that'll make it through the hole into left field. The second hit for Blanks today. They had Lincecum and Kane. And then Bumgarner had a great playoff. So extending this 9th inning, Kyle Blanks with a sharp single through the hole, and that brings up Alberto Gonzalez, who has the only extra base hit for the home team today, a double to left. He also lined out to left. The 101st pitch. Line drive, left field, base hit. Bobbled by Parra. Here goes Blanks to third. To second goes Gonzalez. He's in there. That was a bit of a risk by Kyle Blanks. I mean, his run means nothing, but he gambled and went to third.
Absolutely.
Error charge to Parra in left field.
Boy, he played it. That's exactly the way Walter Matthau would like it, the way he fielded that ball in left field. Right on the Bad News Bears. But it takes a little hop on him off the heel of the glove. And you're right, Dick. That is very risky.
It's really not a good play. Nick Hundley is going to be the pinch hitter, and Kurt Gibson's on his way to the mound. So that's a big run, a gift run in the top half of this inning. The hit batsman, the two-base error by Hamlin and a sacrifice fly, or Hundley would represent the tying run here in the bottom of the ninth. J.J. Putz, who's been their ace reliever, 40 saves this year coming in. 5-1 Arizona. Out here in the bottom of the ninth, and J.J. Putz, he has 19 consecutive saves since July 27th, 40 total on the year. That's the fifth best in the major leagues. Jose Valverde of Detroit, 45. A former D-back leads the majors in saves. He fell with 39 for the Padres. Check swing foul off the bat of Hundley. Nick in a 7-game hitting streak, and since coming off the DL, batting .410. That's the best batting average in the majors since the All-Star break. 41 hits and 100 at bats for Hundley. That's in there. So quickly ahead on the count, puts 2 strikes.
Well, you talk about a tough duty right here for Nick Hundley coming off the bench to face a guy like Putz. Throws the ball 95, 96 miles an hour. Now he isn't even throwing him a split finger yet. That's his nasty out pitch to go along with that fastball and slider.
Runners at second and third. Bottom of the ninth, 2 gone. Stays alive. Jeremy Hermida, who homered last night, is in the on-deck circle. Pitcher spot due next. Struck him out, and the Diamondbacks have reduced their magic number to 5. Putz with his 41st save. The Diamondbacks outscore the Padres 5-1, and we'll be back with the official totals for you from Petco Park in San Diego in just a moment.